Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli made an evening inspection tour in Sharm el-Sheikh in order to check on the final preparations for organizing the climate change conference COP27, which Sharm el-Sheikh is hosting from the 6th until the 18th of November of this month, during which also he and his companions inspected also the night lighting works that were implemented in the streets and the squares of Sharm el-Sheikh. Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Mr. Abdulatif Wahba, a specialized journalist in cabinet affairs. Good afternoon. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Well, Mr. Wahba, this is not the first time that Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli inspected the city of Sharm el-Sheikh, which is, of course, hosting the COP27 on Sunday. So how do you see his keenness and the importance of this, not only by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, but also the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities is making also inspections and tours around the city in order to make sure it's now prepared to host the summit?
Let us say that from the beginning that when Egypt and the international organizations, the United Nations and the European countries declared that Egypt will host the COP of 27. From these signs, Egypt intended and planned to rehabilitate the Sharm el-Sheikh city, starting from its international airport to the main infrastructures of the city, and how can we implement at the same time the new movement to the green energy. As you know that President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi affirmed the need for this global event to reflect also at the same time the huge progress Egypt is witnessing in the environment sectors and the transitions to clean energy. This is on one hand. On the other hand, since the last years, Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, I think from time to time, visited Sharm el-Sheikh to see the progress in the city, and also the schedule of the government plan to rehabilitate the city. Last week or days ago, prime ministers visited Sharm el-Sheikh airport, and then also visited many utilities like health sectors and also the security areas in the city, and the Sharm el-Sheikh International Convention Centers, especially as you know that during the COP27, this will be directed and also will be managed by the United Nations and the international organizations.
Yes.
Egypt wants to exploit these international conventions to prove to the world what progress happened in Egypt, and it's a great effort to transfer to the green energy, especially in using the natural gas, solar powers,
Yes.
and the wind power stations at the same time. This is, of course, the new movement, not only in Egypt but all over the world, to listen or to cut the emissions inwardly, and at the same time, as you know, that Egypt started a new also movement that to desalinate the water of the Mediterranean and the Red Sea and so on. This is, of course, to meet the the increase usage of Egypt from the clean water at the same time.
Yes, Mr. Wahba, also the Prime Minister inspected the iconic Peace Square and the lights, the lighting on both sides and along the roads that reflects the visual identity of the city of Sharm el-Sheikh.
Yeah, of course, as you know that Egypt and the government plan to exploit this international event, not from economic point of view, but also tourism point of view. This is, I think it is important for Egypt to exploit it for the Egyptian tourism promotions all over the world, and at the same time you will receive thousands of guests in Egypt, including the world leaders and the United Nations officials, and also the representative and the leaders from the other countries. So we can use it as also to promote for the Egyptian tourism. Let us say also that the development plan, for example, including all the public utilities of Sharm el-Sheikh, like both the expansions of the barriers, arrivals halls, in addition to the expansions of passenger waiting areas, and raising the efficiency of car parks in terminals, and developing the entrance gate to accommodate the largest number of cars at the same time. I think Egypt, after days, will be the core story all over the world, especially trying to publish its new progress and the new face of Egypt to the other world.
Yes, Mr. Wahba, also Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli was keen to visit also the airport, the hospitals, because actually Sharm el-Sheikh is going to receive, or it started already receiving delegations from all over the world with more than 30,000 participants who are participating in this conference of the COP27. So how do you see the keenness of the Prime Minister to follow every detail?
Yeah, of course, as you know that you have to pay attention not only to Sharm el-Sheikh airport and the convention centers, for example, but at the same time, so you have to be ready in all the public utilities, especially the health sector, so or hospitals in Sharm el-Sheikh, and also for the other clinic or health clinic created by the Egyptian government in the area of in the area of Sharm el-Sheikh conventional centers. This is, of course, to be satisfied with all the services and the logistics that will be presented to the Egyptian, to the world guests that will visit Egypt during these times. As you mentioned, that 30,000, maybe more than 30,000, and delegations from all over the countries in world, especially as you know that the United Nations maybe the huge delegations or the big delegations team will be in Sharm el-Sheikh. So you have to take care, you have to be satisfied with all the logistics presented to the guests of Egypt during this period.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Mr. Abdulatif Wahba, specialized in journalist in the cabinet affairs. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program, The Breakfast Show. My name is Aman Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.